Thrones largely takes place upon only two of the continents, Westeros and Essos. There are other places like Sartorios and Altos, but apparently important people aren't born there, so screw it. Let's start with Westeros. Westeros is divided into the Seven Kingdoms and the land beyond the Wall, home of wildlings and White Walkers and wicked snowboarding locations. The Seven Kingdoms are named so because prior to Aegon's landing, they were completely separate, only getting together to fight, trade, and bone. The Valyrians came and threatened 6 kingdoms into submission and won the 7th with a wedding. The 7 kingdoms include Dorne with their capital of Sunspear, Highgarden in the Reach, Storm's End in the Stormlands, River Run in the Riverlands, the Eyrie in the Vale, Pike of the Iron Islands, Casterly Rock of the Westerlands, and Winterfell in the north before the Wall. Perhaps the most important location in Westeros is King's Landing, the capital of Westeros, home of the Iron Throne and the king who sits his fat ass upon it.
Across the narrow sea lay the enormous continent of Essos. To learn everything about this monstrosity would require a college course on its own. Don't forget, George R. R. Martin's love of food is only surpassed by his love of world building, and he really loves food. In the same way Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings as an excuse to create Elvish, Martin invented an entire world with its own history. So let's try to boil down Essos as much as we can. It has its own version of the Middle East with vast deserts and nomadic warriors. To the west, you'll find some of the more well-known free cities, Pentos, where Daenerys started her journey on the show, Braavos, the mysterious home of the Iron Bank and Jaqen H'ghar, and others that haven't even been shown, like Tyrosh, or the magical land of Ashai, home of the Red God of the Red.
And if you look out of the left side of the plain, you'll see the ruin that once was Valyria, before the ground swallowed it up. And right next to that, you'll see Slaver's Bay, where Queen Daenerys is currently learning to rule. The land goes pretty far east, and you'll even find Karth over there, but it's not really important anymore. Essos is unlike Westeros in that it isn't a collection of any type of people. They are all separated by unthinkable distances and have cultures completely unique from their closest neighbors, which makes for plenty of war. But at least they don't have White Walkers.